Hi, I'm Alan R and welcome to MotorMatters, the channel that's growing fast thanks to your help, and it can grow even faster if you hit that subscribe button right now. What have we got for you today? The Haval H6. I was on the launch very recently of the new updated refreshed model. Not a totally new model, but lots of changes. So you can check out the launch video on the channel, but immediately you can see the different grille over here, very bold black grille with the Haval name above it over there. You can see down here the lower blacks and a little skid plate over there, and LED headlights, daytime running lights. Look at those vertical daytime running lights over there as well. It's features like this, and it's LED headlights as well. So keep in mind, lighting is so important these days on our roads. You come around over here. Obviously, you've got the cladding around the wheel arches, goes down along the bottom of the doors, and you've got a black roof rail of sorts. On this model, and we'll talk about which model it is shortly, 19-inch black alloys. Look very neat, and they certainly complement this silver color of the car very, very nicely. Coming across over here, let's have a look in the back seat. Pop open the back door. The driver's seat, as always, is set for myself. And wow, this is legroom, isn't it? This is stretch out stuff. For a family SUV, I think it's amazing. Two USBs over here in the center, a and a C. So you've got both choices, and the kids will always be happy they are connected. Look at the size of the panoramic sunroof. Always an interesting feature. Note it's in line with the backrest of the back seat. So it's telling you it's a massive panoramic roof. Leather or artificial leather, it doesn't matter, but the leather trim on the car, neat, well finished, and you can just see the door panels. Lots of bright work every here and there. It just looks good. It looks very, very neat. Let me turn it that way. Come round to the rear. You've got a spoiler over the tailgate. These sort of sharpish, so arrow almost, tail lights that do go into the rear hatch, and no longer a light bar across the back. And of course, the latest from the GWM family, where they very clearly put GWM on the front, but on the back, Haval at the front. Now, I say to you, I'll discuss which model this is in the range. There you go. HEV. Hybrid electric vehicle. What that means is it's powered by a 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine plus batteries. So you've got the two. It's not a plug-in, it's a regenerative hybrid. In other words, charges itself while you're driving, etc., etc. The figures, according to Haval, 179 kilowatts and 525 Newton meters of torque. That is plenty, isn't it? So you can just picture it's got a lot of go. And you've got a nice sort of diffuser skid plate effect over here. So what we're going to do next, wait for it, you'll see. Got to pop open the tailgate first, haven't I, to make space. And let me get rid of the shopping. Got lost there. So let's see. The new version of the Allen test, we leave the board in place and climb in. I can tell you, wow, this is a good 2 to 2.5 Allen boot. I'm almost inclined to go 2.5 Allen. It's big, it's spacious. And note the fire extinguisher that's standard over there as well. Have a look here. This is where the batteries and things like that are. So, nope, no spare wheel under here, I don't think. I haven't dug under here, but let's have a look. No, that's where your batteries are for your hybrid power. Let's check it on the road. We'll have a look inside. Out on the open road in the Haval H6 HEV, and comments from the back seat telling me how smooth and comfortable the ride is, which always says the most, because behind the wheel, it can be nice, it can be pleasant, but when you get comments like that from the back seat, you know this is a family vehicle and it's doing its job in that respect. So definite kudos over there. Now the HEV gives you 179 kilowatts and 525 Newton meters of torque out of this hybrid. Obviously those are the combined figures between the petrol engine and the electric. So it has got plenty of go, plenty of power, but it's really just so comfortable cruising along. And that's what I'm doing right now. Just putting my foot down to overtake quickly before it goes into one lane. And of course, again, the electric gives you instant response when you need it. And that's what's nice as well, is you can cruise all day, but when you want to overtake, when you want a situation, you've got it. Looking at the interior over here, just again, I keep saying this lately, the size of this infotainment screen, it is just gigantic. You've got obviously digital instrumentation in front of me, tells you everything you want. This is an ultra luxury version. So for example, you've got an inductive charging pad over there. We've got full leather. You've got a massive panoramic roof. All the sort of features you want at the top end of the range. And obviously the economy factor of the hybrid. Now, talking economy, it really is going to come into its own in the urban use, not so much totally on the open road. So we'll monitor the economy for the balance of the test period, and I think I'll rather comment on it later on. But overall, nice finishes, soft touch to parts of the dash, things like that, all just giving you a really solid offering as a family SUV. Jumping in behind the wheel, let me show you the instrumentation first of all. You've got the digital instrumentation over here. The crucial figure there is we've done, again, on certain cars, I struggle to find certain features like resetting the total mileage. But I can tell you, I reset. We've done a road trip in it. We did Paris, and I've done a lot of urban driving, and we're showing an overall figure of 6.8 liters per 100. Now, this is what I will call a real world figure. Keep that in mind. That's really important, okay? I reckon anybody will achieve that. Now, with a big car with 179 kilowatts, that's not bad with the space you got here. You've got the column stalk now for your gear shift. Press for park, simple up, down. So nice and easy. And you've obviously got all your buttons on your steering wheel, as you would expect. I'm not going to say too much. Active cruise control, etc., etc. Now, you come over to this. I think it's something like, I didn't look up the exact number, but I think it's something like a 14-inch screen. But just look at it. It is big. It sits proud over there. And what is important is, let me show you your camera system. You've got obviously the rear camera there. You've got the overhead camera. You can see the clear chassis, as they call it. And you have got intelligent parking as well on this one, the ultra luxury model. So just keep in mind, you've got all those sort of features. I'm going to talk a lot about that in a moment. Just go back into park. You've got everything else on your screen. You know how it works. Sometimes too much on the screen as far as I'm concerned. Because, for example, although there is a button to turn the aircon on and off and your front and rear demisters, if you want to set temperatures and anything else, you've got to press and go into the screen over here. Now, that's not my favorite, but anyway, you know what? We've got to live with what we do these days. I think that's important. So just keep that in mind as well. You've got inductive charging pad over here, some nice cup holders, and it is the double-decker center console, as I refer to it. So your USBs are underneath. Quite useful if you want to just hide your phone on this lower shelf over there. It's little features like that that are always important. You can see over here, there's a bit of soft touch on the dash and the vents that run all the way across. Very neat, and they look very, very good. Now, I've commented, in the hybrid, in the HEV, you can get it in two spec levels. You get the super luxury and the ultra luxury. We're in an ultra luxury right now, and you can tell that by a couple of features. Number one, the panoramic roof. Number two, I haven't found where to get to it, but apparently there's heating and cooling for the front seats. But I haven't found the controls for it, I'll be honest with you. You get the intelligent parking, And you get a lot of extra ADAS features like cross-traffic warning and blind spot warning, and a few of those that you don't get in the super luxury, but you do get in the ultra luxury. What I find interesting is this. The super luxury version is 641,000 Rand. The ultra luxury is 685. Now, 40,000 Rand, yes, it's a difference, but it's about 7 to 8%. For me, for the differences and always the ADAS and the extra safety features, you know where I would go, don't you? I would say for such a small difference, I would certainly push to go for the ultra luxury version for myself. But I'm talking me, it's always up to you. That's the question, and that's the point, isn't it? But you, on all of them, you now get a 7-year, 200,000 kilometer warranty. You get a 7-year, 75,000 kilometer service plan. And you know, when you're signing your finance, you can always upgrade to full maintenance as well if you're prepared to pay a bit extra. So it's things like that that are always up to you. But I can tell you, we did a road trip. And what was a very important feature and fact on the road trip was we had 2 adults in the rear who both commented on how smooth and comfortable the ride was in the back seat. And that's a big, big plus for any car that's going to be used for family use. And on that note, for MotorMatters, I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you next time.